Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Vidmas. In today's video I am going to be talking you through and applying all of the makeup products that I have ever repurchased. So I feel like this is a really good way to gauge. These are products that I love so much. It's not that I have said that I will repurchase them, I have actually repurchased them. And a load of these products I will be like opening the second, the third, the fourth version of today, like the fourth one that I have ever bought because I love them so much. I keep on repurchasing them when I run out of them. So like I say, it's a really good way of like me telling you this isn't just a good product for the first one that I buy. I have bought multiple of them. I love them so much. Now some of these products I haven't yet run out of, but if I did I would repurchase. But most of these, apart from like two, I think, most of these I would absolutely run out, repurchase, don't want to do my makeup without. It's that sort of a video. So if you haven't seen my channel before, my face before, then hello, welcome. I hope that you're having a fantastic day. I would love it if you would subscribe down below and give this video a thumbs up. If you are new here, I am posting, hopefully, I am posting a new video every single day in the month of December. Cruelty-free makeup reviews, affordable, roundups of all of my favourite things throughout the year, all of that sort of stuff. And let's just dive straight on in. I don't have any primers. Not the biggest fan of primers. There's none that really stand out to me where I'd be like, yeah, I would 100% run out, repurchase that. There just aren't any that I love quite that much. For foundations, however, there's only one that I have ever gone out and repurchased, and I haven't used it in a while either, so I'm interested to see if I still feel the same way about it. This is the XX Revolution Skin Blur Soft Focus Skin Tint, and I have this in the shade Light Sand. This one I have only used maybe a handful of times, and I have another one because they were on a really good Black Friday sale last year. So I bought two, and this one I still haven't like made my way through. I'm just going to give it a real good shake because like I said, it has been in my drawer for a little while. There are foundations that like I would say now I would go out and repurchase that, but because I haven't yet repurchased them, I feel like I can't really put it into this video. But this one I have repurchased. I have, like I said, I've already got a backup of it. I finished one. Did I finish two last year? I might have finished two last year. I can't remember. I've slept since then, but I'm just going to use my Eco Tools purple sponge. Have multiple of these in backup. Will always repurchase this sponge. It is my favourite one. Yes, I do still feel the same way about this foundation. Not the colour. Was this ever my colour? I feel like I look ghostly, but the way that this looks on the skin, like you can still see my freckles, but it's just knocking back the redness, knocking back spots, imperfections, etc. But it still looks like skin. It's very natural looking, but it is more of like a soft matte sort of a finish. It's so pretty. I still really love this. Then for concealer, there are two, but this one I've opened and the other one I haven't opened, so I wanted to talk about this one. It is the Sleek In Your Tone Long Wear Concealer. Now this isn't my shade. This is 1N. I think the shade that I usually get is 1Y. That seems to ring a bell. I can't remember, but just, I know it's not quite right. I know that. It's definitely not right with this foundation, I'm aware, but just going to use a little bit of this. I love this concealer. Like I say, I have been through one of these and I went out and repurchased it before I finished the one that I already had because I just can't be without it. It's so beautiful. Again, a soft matte finish, not incredibly high coverage, but just the right amount. Doesn't feel heavy or cakey around the eyes. I like this blended in with a sponge or a brush. The other concealer that I was considering, but like I say, I haven't opened yet, so like I'm waiting until I finish a few more in my collection before I open it, is the 17 Second Skin Enhancing Concealer. I don't know how I have lived for a few months now. I can't remember when I finished that one. I can't even comprehend that I have lived without that concealer for so long because I love it so much. But I've told myself that I have to finish a few of the concealers in my drawer before I start a new one, you know? There's only so much concealer a gal could ever use, and I'm already like over my limit, you know? So for bronzer, this is a product that I am opening with you today, but I think it's the only bronzer that I have ever completely finished. And I actually got a replacement for this for my birthday, which was in January. So I've had this for nearly a year and haven't opened it. It is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I finished this last year. I got a replacement for this, like I say, for my birthday, and I was waiting to finish up a few more, or rather, I was waiting to hit pan on a few more bronzers, and I did hit pan on a bronzer last month, so I'm treating myself. I'm letting myself have this one. I don't love the scent. In fact, I really, really despise the scent. But the way that this looks on the skin is just, what have I done here? The way that this looks on the skin just is incredible. Oh, the scent. I cannot stand the scent. I am going to I think I'm gonna leave this open on my table, see if I can make the scent sort of disperse a little bit, because it is, whew, overwhelming. I know so many people love it. I know it's a me problem. I'm very, very aware of that. This does also come with a little brush. Not gonna use that. I'm just not gonna use it. It's like foam. It's like a firm little foam. No, use a brush. Use a brush. I'm so excited to use this again. Like I say, it's been forever. It's been so long. Oh, it's just such a nice colour. I wish that they did this exact formula, but without the scent. It's just so overwhelming. Like, why do you need a bronzer that's sitting on your face to smell like sun cream? It just doesn't make sense to me. Is this technically cheating though? Because I didn't repurchase this, but I did put it on my birthday wish list. My husband got it for me for my birthday. But I requested it. So this is the second one that I'm using, and I'm very excited about it. Oh, I missed this bronzer. Like, it's just the perfect colour, the perfect amount of pigmented. It looks so like smooth and natural on the skin. The colour is just not too much, not too little, is buildable, which is what I need, because of course I always go overboard when I first apply. It's so pretty. It really is. And is it making that foundation like match me a little bit better? Like, not really. Let me add more. I don't remember that foundation being quite that far off, but it must have been. Must have been. There we go. She's bronzed. I love that bronzer. I love it. And I did actually take that over my eyelids, but I am going to be using an eyeshadow primer, so I'm going to have to redo that. Anyway, for blush, I have never finished a blush. I've never finished one, but I can safely say that if I ever ran out of this blush, which I never will do because I've had it for years and it still looks pretty much brand new, but if I ever run out of this blush, I would go out and repurchase it. It's the Milani Baked Blush in Berry Amore. This is the first shade that I ever had of these baked blushes. I got this before I ever even tried. Luminoso. I love it so, so much. This for like an autumnal, toasty, warm, beautiful shade. I love this one. And actually, I don't know if I've ever even said this online. I never even intended to get this one. It's another one that I added to, I think it was a Christmas list. And for some reason, I didn't put what shade, and the one that I actually wanted was Bellissima something, Bella something. And then I ended up with Berry and More because I think when my husband went to click on the link that I sent him, it didn't just take him to the shade that I wanted, it just took him to the whole page, and this was the first one that came up, so he ended up getting this one, which is fine because I love it, but it wasn't the one that I even intended to like ask for. But now it's one of my favourite blushes of all time, so yeah, would absolutely repurchase this in a heartbeat. If I ever lost this, if it broke, if I used it up, but like I say, I've had this for years and years and years. Like I think 4 years at this point, and it's still like the dome is like flattened out a little bit, but like still so much product there. I'm not paying attention and now I'm going overboard on the blush. Who is surprised? Who is surprised? Not me. And the reason that I love this blush so much is I feel like it just adds the most beautiful like warm glow to the skin, but without adding any sort of extra step. Like I don't need a highlight, and I love a glow, but I just feel like that blush just does it. It just does it for me. So I did tap over with my makeup sponge a little bit to dial it down. Now I feel like I want a little bit more. Of course. Of course I do. So for brows, I am gonna go off and do these because I can't concentrate, and like I need to concentrate on my brows. I need to just be in my zone. So the only brow products that I think I've ever repurchased are the e.l.f. Instant Lift brow pencil. Now I don't even have the original brow pencil, which was the very first one that I ever bought, but I have bought and repurchased the waterproof version. This is in deep brown. I usually buy neutral brown, but I'm just gonna go with deep brown today, see how we go. And the e.l.f. Wow Brow. The only brow gel that I've ever loved enough to repurchase, and I have this in brunette. So I'm gonna go off, do my brows with these makeup products, and then we can do the eyes together. I think you're going to be excited by the eye products, but I'll be right back when I've got some brows on my head. Okay, so brows are on, brows are dark, and they are fluffy. And that's exactly how I like them, so that is fine by me. I am going to go ahead and just put a little bit of this bronzer through my crease, even though I hate the scent of it and it will probably make my eyes water a little bit. The only eyeshadow that I could ever consider a repurchase, which I haven't repurchased because there has never been a time when I've even hit pan on an eyeshadow before, apart from that, if you saw the plan to pan video that I did a few days ago, there was an eyeshadow in that, but like I'm not really counting that. There's never been a time when I have hit pan on an eyeshadow, so the only eyeshadow that I could ever consider that I have repurchased are the Pastel Roses singles. So I don't know which one I'm going to use today. I'm only counting them as a repurchase because I have like 40 of them and I keep going back for more because they are so beautiful, like just the most incredible duochrome special shades. Oh, I've just remembered I was going to do an eyeshadow base. It's too late now. I was going to do the Beauty Bay eye primer because these Pastel Roses shades do work better over a tacky primer, and I have like so little of this left. I have repurchased a second one, but I'm still like finishing off, like there's next to no product left in this. Like I really am like scraping the barrel. But I forgot. Such is my life. But yes, I have repurchased one of those. I'm just not onto it yet, but I have it. It's in backup. It's in my drawers. It's ready to go. because again, I can't live without that eye primer. It's absolutely fantastic. That one and the P. Louise one, I'm happy with both of those. So, like I say, Pastel Roses eyeshadows. I've ended up with 2 magnetic palettes. So these are the ones, I think I've used all of these ones before in this palette. These ones are all new. I haven't used any of them and I don't know which one I want to do. Maybe that pink? That looks cute. What's that one called? Electric Twinkle. Like I say, these are all new, so I haven't even used these before. But that one looks like something a little bit special, doesn't it? So, shall we use that one? And then maybe something a bit brighter further in. Stellar Aurora, maybe? That one? Yeah, let's do that. Let me zoom you in, and I can try and do this without an eyeshadow primer. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but needs must. So I'm just going to dip in very, very gently into the Electric Twinkle shade, which looks like that. Oh, the Pastel Roses. They just get it so right, do they not? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I might actually just put this all over. Tap it right out into the bronzer that I put down. That shade is something special. Can you see? That is so pretty. It's like pink and the most incredible bright, like baby blue. These are so good. And actually sticking on surprisingly well. Getting very, very minimal fallout. Despite the fact that I'm a forgetful fool. Forgot to put an eye primer on. If only I was a professional, you know? I often think like this channel and my videos would be so good if I was even remotely mentally in the room. Unfortunately, I am not, so this is what you get from me. Complete scatterbrain. It's fine by me. There is quite a bit of fallout under this eye, but I will try and sort that in a minute with the setting powder. I think I might be able to like dust over that a little bit. I'm looking for a brush. Do I have one that's even remotely clean? You'll do. Wipe it off on my pyjama bottoms. You know the deal. And I am just going to go into a little bit of Stellar Aurora, that lighter one, just on a flat brush. And I'm just going to pick up a real small amount of that on the brush because I don't need any more fallout under my eyeballs. So picking up a little bit of that on there, just packing that onto the inner corner. Okay, so that did end up going a little bit everywhere, but I think I might be able to like clean that up a little bit. So I'm just going to take that first, the Luffy brush that I was putting the bronzer down with, and just run over that top edge just to make sure that it's blended. I don't think I need to worry about it, but just to make sure. And let's take a setting brush and I'm just going to try and at least just disperse that duochrome glitter a little bit from under the eyes. It's my own fault. It is completely my own fault. And I am just going to get into another product that I am opening the second version of today, and I am so excited about this one. I actually only finished this a couple of weeks ago, like maybe 2 weeks ago, and I already had a backup and I was waiting to finish the one that I had, and now I'm very, very excited to be starting a new Revolution IRL powder, but I'm going to be using the loose version because I have missed it in my life. So if you've seen my channel before, you know the love that I have for this powder. So it comes with a pressed powder on the top. This is the one that I've only recently finished up, and then it comes with a loose powder underneath, which I need to take the seal off. I hate doing this bit. My nails are too long, I can't do it. Eyelash tweezers to the rescue. Thank goodness I had those there. Right, and I'm also going to use this with a little triangle puff. I have repurchased many of these over the years. I just get the cheap ones on Amazon because I'm a cheap kind of girl. I'm just going to tip a little bit of the loose powder. Oh goodness. Not that much. Can you tell? It's been a while. That has gone absolutely everywhere. Goodness. Looks like... I'm not even going to say what it looks like in here. There's white powder everywhere. You know. So, just going to take a little bit of the powder, and hopefully, what I'm hoping, my plan is to get the cat hairs out of this buff. I'm hoping that if I tap this over where that fallout is, I might be able to like dust it away a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing. At any given moment, don't know what I'm doing. Just hoping for the best, as always. And oh, I've missed this powder. I have missed this setting powder. It's so good. It's like blurring, not too mattifying, but really nice and soft on dry skin, because that's who I am, a dry skin gal. But I still like to look quite matte. Like, I don't want to look too shiny, but I don't want to look dry. Like, it's a whole balancing act. Is it not? This whole, you know, living your life thing. So I'm trying to like get all the powder up from my table. Just going to set everywhere a little bit. Oh, I've missed this powder. It's so good. It is so good. And now I'm hoping that if I go over with that brush, that fluffy brush, it might just dust away some more of that fallout from that eyeshadow. Like I say, completely my own fault. I mean, I've got a glittery face, but it's Christmas. Who doesn't have a glittery face? So that is all I'm doing for like the eyeshadow. Like I say, that really is the only eyeshadow that I could ever consider that I have repurchased. There are a few eyeliners that I would say over the years I have repurchased. The 17 Tattoo eyeliner, liquid eyeliner, absolutely love that stuff. I have just finished one, and again, I'm reluctant to open another one until I've got a few more out of my collection. And then I realised that I have actually been through a few of these, and it's a product that I don't really talk about very much, but it is one that I use quite a bit in my real life. It is the Catrice Brush Ink Tattoo Liner Waterproof. This really is waterproof. It lasts incredibly well. It is a brush tip, so it's very sort of precise and easy to get just quite a small wing if that's what you want to do. That is basically never what I want to do, but I'm going to go ahead and just do a wing. I'm going to just give this a real good shake though, because it has been in my drawer a little while. And you know what else I really love about this liquid liner? It's so liquidy that it draws over glitter incredibly well, but it's not so liquidy that it bleeds into the glitter, because that's a problem that I have with a lot of liquid liners, especially liquid liners that you get in this sort of format that's more in like a pen rather than one that's like in a well and you dip the brush into it and the brush light removes from it. This is just the perfect consistency for a liquid liner. Like I say, it's a brush tip, so it's very like easy to get the shape that you want. It's so black. It's actually waterproof. This will stay all day, even like in the height of summer. Not that we're in the height of summer. It's so cold. But this really does last incredibly well throughout the day, and it's one that like even I don't really talk about, and I hear nobody talking about it. I need to talk about it more because I really love it. I really rate it. Then there's a few mascaras that I have repurchased multiple of. Ones, let me zoom you out, I feel like you're very close. Ones that I have repurchased multiple of that I do recommend: the Beauty Bay High Key Mascara, the Revolution 5D, is it 5D Whip Lift? Is that what it's called? Really like that one. The one that I'm going to use today, only because like it's one that I have repurchased, but it is just one that I have open. I have backups of the others, but this one, oh, and the Milani highly rated one, love that one. But again, this one, I've got it open. I don't want to be opening a new mascara just for the purposes of this video. It's the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. I feel like it's a classic at this point. We've had this for a couple of years, haven't we? Like, this launched a little while ago. I really rate it. I usually love a very thickening, volumizing, dramatic, like chunky mascara. This one isn't necessarily that. This is more of a natural, wispy, like lengthening, but I do feel like you can build it up and get something really nice and dramatic. So I am going to go ahead and do a few healthy layers of mascara, top and bottom lashes, and then can you guess what lip products I'm going to be talking about? I feel like if you've been here before, you will know the lip liner that I'm about to talk about. Leave your guesses down below. There we go. So, like I say, a healthy amount of mascara. You can definitely do much more of a light layer than this and just get something very nice and natural and fluttery looking. That's not me. That's just not who I am as a person. I love really building this one up and getting this very dramatic big lash effect. So that is the eyes done. And did you guess correctly? The only lip liner, like I say, I think this is just me guessing. I think the only lip liner that I have ever repurchased, bought multiple of, I think I have 4 in backup because I'm like, I cannot live without this lip liner. I feel very strongly about it. It is the Essence 8 Hour Matte Comfort Lip Liner in 04 Rosy Nude. I just love this colour. I actually really love they brought one out in the summer that was called Cushion Talk. We see you, Essence. We see you. But I'm just going to do a bit of lip liner. And at the minute, my lips are just so dry and crusty and dusty, but this just smooths over all of it. I love it. And then for the lipstick, I have never run out of this lipstick, but I am very close to running out of it. And 10,000% I'm going to repurchase this like fairly soon. I might get it like in the Boxing Day sale or something. If there even is going to be one, I don't know, but I'm going to get a backup of this before it runs out because I can't live without it. It is the MUA Satin Sheen Lip Stylo in Super Nude. I've got all hair stuck under all of my jewellery. This, I mean, if you've been here before, I can only apologise from the bottom of my heart. I know it must be so annoying hearing me talk about the love that I have for this lipstick formula, but I love it. It's creamy, it's balmy, it feels just like a lip balm, but it has the colour payoff of a lipstick. It doesn't last all day, it's not the most long lasting, but because it is so balmy and so creamy and just lovely feeling on the lips, you can just apply it, like reapply it throughout the day without even looking, and it feels like you're putting on a lip balm. And I'm a dry skin gal. I need that, okay? I need that. So just do a little swipe of this. And like I say, lips are crusty, they are dusty, they are dry, but this just smooths over it all. feels so lovely and hydrating, but like the colour payoff is there. Like it looks like just a regular lipstick with a lip gloss over the top, and it's just all in one. They're like £3.50. I truly cannot live without. I'm nearly out of that one, and I'm also nearly out of Razzleberry, and you know the love that I have for Razzleberry. So that is my full face of makeup products that I have repurchased. I will also say I'm not going to use it today because I don't need to. I don't need this to last incredibly long, but the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. I'm nearly out of this as well. I need a backup of this. This is my favourite setting spray. Really does lock everything in. It's the setting spray that I used on my wedding day, and my makeup still looked great at the end of the night. And it was like a 27-degree day. It was so hot. That setting spray is top tier. Absolutely. That's like the third or fourth one that I've ever had of that, and I would absolutely repurchase it. So that is my full face of makeup of products that I have actually repurchased. Not that I would repurchase, not that I think at some point in the future I would repurchase. These are all tried and true. They are repurchases. I love them so much. I would love to hear if any of these are repurchases for you as well, or if there's any products that you think I need to try because I would love them and I would repurchase them. I would absolutely love to know down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up before you leave, and subscribe if you haven't already for a new video every single day until Christmas, until the big day. But until next time, until tomorrow, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.